I'll try to make this intro short and sweet, but this is the first video of my series of videos, which are just going to be tutorials on Counter-Strike, basically. This first one's extremely basic. It's just going to be going over the main menu and various other menus in-game. Because if you're just starting out, you probably don't know too much about this, although most of you probably know about the menu, I don't know. But anyway, we'll just start over here. This is where you have obviously your profile, and the medals that you get from doing achievements. And over here is where you've been commended by people in game, and here's the profile rank, which at first you'll just have like a little I forget what they call that, a chevron or something, and it's just profile rank 1, and you have to get 3 before you can play comp. But that's actually good, because you're not gonna want to play comp before you've done other stuff anyway. And here you have your profile, or not profile, your comp rank, which you obviously won't have one of those when you're first starting out. And you have your number of wins. And then below that is where you have your friends. It just makes inviting people easier. And then over here's the news portion, and it's just Counter-Strike news and updates, which that takes you to an actual thing on the overlay. And then there's various other things, and here's Overwatch, which you won't have that until I think it's Nova 1 or something like that, and you have to have a certain amount of wins. And then you have a little area here where you can just go through things that you can buy, crates and stuff like that. And if you hit the little key, you can go to the keys that you can buy. So that's about it for the actual main menu itself. Then you have the play menu, which can take you to like find a game, deathmatch, arms race, demolition, casual, competitive. And also you can do workshop maps from there, but I don't know why you would, because you can just do it from the offline bots section. And then play with friends takes you to where you have a lobby, and then you can just invite people and start up a game. And then there's the weapons course, which is probably going to be the first thing you should do. It's probably going to be the first thing you're going to do when you get this game, and it's just an extremely basic thing that just shows you how to like shoot the guns and stuff like that. And I'm not going to do the actual weapons course, but in the next video I'll just show you like basic gun stuff, which is basically like the weapons course, except it'll probably be shorter than that because it doesn't have all that talking. Although I guess it will have my talking. But anyway, that's it for the play tab and the community servers part. I don't really ever use that because I don't do surfing or anything like that. And then over here you have another important tab, which is the inventory tab, and it's literally just what it says. It's your inventory. It's where you get your skins. But the only things you'll have in here when you're first starting are the CZ75 Auto, the M4A1S, the trade-up contract, and the USPS. And that's just because those are things that you can trade out for what they consider stock weapons. I mean, these are stock weapons too, but they just don't consider them actually a stock weapon. And then loadout, I actually never even use this tab. It's just about like your loadout and how much it costs and all that. And then that's about it for the inventory tab. And then here you have the watch tab, and it's really only good when a big tournament like ESL 1 is going on, because it's just for the Pick'em challenge, and you can watch matches from here and look at who won and stuff like that. And you can also look at your matches, which if you want to watch your matches, then I guess you could just watch them from here, but like if you want to watch them, you know. And you can also watch live matches that have a lot of viewers, stuff like that. You can watch your downloaded matches and streams, you know. yeah, I don't use that tab too much either unless it's ESL. Then you have the awards tab. And this basically just shows you basic stats and stuff like that. Rounds played, rounds won, win percentage, favorite weapon, and how many shots and all that stuff. Favorite map, KD ratio. And then you can also look at your statistics from just the last match. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. That's kind of cool though. I mean, you can see what weapon you use the most and how many MVP stars you have. So that's kind of cool. And you also have achievements, which when I'm looking at achievements, I usually look at them from the overlay, but you can also look at them here. It's actually a much better layout because, I mean, it shows you what you have and what you don't have. It's a lot simpler to look at. Well, I guess it's not simpler, but the overlay, it doesn't really put them like this to where you can see exactly what you need to do. And you just have the various different ones: combat skills, weapon specialist, global expertise, arms race, and demolition. And then it just shows you recently unlocked. Then from there, you can also go to leaderboards, and it's usually just to look at friends, stuff like that, their statistics compared to yours. So you can brag to all your friends you have better stats than them. Just kidding. I really couldn't even do that because I somehow have worse stats than a lot of people on my friends list. Well, not a lot, but some. And then not last, because technically power's last. You have options, controller. If you ever have to go into the controller portion of the options tab, you're obviously not playing this game right. And then you just have basic keyboard and mouse settings, which this is going to be really important later on when I talk about the sensitivity and stuff like that. And then you just have basic stuff like this, just basic commands, not commands, basic keys. Then game settings. There's some important stuff in here. Most of the crosshair stuff doesn't matter because you're not going to want to be using the default crosshairs at all. Honestly, I used them for a long time because I didn't even really know that you could change them, but I was so happy when I changed them. And some of this is good though because you can change the color of your HUD, stuff like that. You can make it how you want it. You can change the health and ammo style to different setups, stuff like that. You can enable the developer console. I can't talk today, gosh. And that's important because you'll want to have that if you're really setting up any like nade training or anything like that. And then you can do your team tag, all that stuff. And one really important one is switch weapon on pickup. You're definitely gonna want to put that to no, because that can screw you over so many times if you're in an important situation and you pick up a gun and you have to switch to it. And it could be out of ammo or something like that. And then yeah, that's about it for that part. I mean, there's other options in there, but nothing too important. Then video settings, which by the way, if there's black bars on the side of this, it's because I'm using 1024 by 768 because I like that. And later I'll talk about resolution. And you have your video options, stuff like that. Then you have audio options, which this can be really important because that game music can be so loud. And yep, it's basically what it is, basically what it says, just audio settings. And then you have mic setup if you click on that, which that brings that up in the overlay, I think. And that's important too. That can be very useful. And then credits, which I've actually never even looked at the credits. But yeah, that's those. And then you just have the power tab, which is how you can exit the game. Simple as that. So think that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, I'll get more in-depth on guns and stuff like that. I'll show you some basic gun stuff and nade stuff. So, yeah, Mr. Epic115 here. Thanks for watching. If you liked, feel free to like it, subscribe, and comment. And check back, see when I make other videos in the series. Thank you. Bye.